Now, minutes from the US Federal Reserve's December meeting show most policymakers believe President-elect Donald Trump's proposed fiscal policies could pose inflation risks. And that could lead the Fed to raise interest rates at a faster pace than originally anticipated. Kim Min-ji with the details.
It seems as though the U.S. Federal Reserve is keeping close tabs on the likely effects of fiscal policy on economic growth under the incoming Donald Trump administration. Although there's no mention of the president-elect's name in the minutes of the Federal Open Market Committee's December meeting released Wednesday, it does say that participants expressed considerable uncertainty about the timing, size, and composition of any future fiscal stimulus or other policy initiatives. Almost all the participants agreed that the upside risk to projections for economic growth had increased, fueled by the potential for further expansionary fiscal policies in the coming years. They also seem to agree that it could bring about higher inflation, meaning the Fed could raise rates at a faster pace than anticipated. The U.S. Central Bank raised interest rates last month by 1/4 of a point. It was the first rate increase since December 2015, when officials lifted rates from near zero for the first time in nearly a decade. The minutes also said that the Fed may need to raise rates faster than expected if inflationary pressures increase. That gives Korea's central bank less room to maneuver with its rate policy, which will be decided at a rate-setting meeting set to take place next week.
Despite slowing domestic demand, the Bank of Korea isn't in a situation to lower rates at the moment. Because the U.S. has recently raised its rate, if Korea goes in the opposite direction and widens the gap, it could cause a massive capital outflow. And on top of that, Korea's growing household debt limits the amount of room it has to make a move.
It's widely expected that the Bank of Korea will take a wait-and-see approach and hold the key rate at the record low of 1.25% for the time being. Kim Min-ji, Arirang News.